Hi, boys and girls. Let's go over your day 2 packet. Let's take a look at these pictures. We're going to be writing down the letters we hear in the words. Now, guess what? I'm going to tell you a secret. I got confused about this one. I thought it was a rug, and I looked at that last box. I thought, that box might be wrong. A rug goes under the carpet. But then you know what? I realized something. This isn't a rug. It's a mat. Think about that last letter. Here's dog and wag, because that arrow is pointing to that dog's tail and it's wagging. So wag. Now when we do our story right here, we're gonna read the story. Go ahead and circle any special sounds you see, mark any vowels that will help you read the story, and then fill in that missing word when it asks you questions about the story. And remember, if you mark out the word that you use, it'll be helpful for you when you're trying to find the next one. Now right here, remember there's 3 things we do at the bottom. First, we read, then we trace, and then we do beautiful writing. Let's look at the back. Now on the back, we still see day 2. We're gonna write down the missing number. Remember, use this chart if you need to. We're gonna add how many dots we see, and we're gonna put that in the space. Right here, look for these animals or fish. Write the number of each at the top, and then color in that many squares starting at the bottom and working your way up. And then right here, we're gonna do some addition. Now, if we turn to this paper, I am super excited about this paper. And I'm gonna tell you why in a moment. Now at the top, we're gonna be matching the number word to the number. And your family, your mother and your father have their own folder. And in that folder, you're gonna see this. And this is gonna help you with that. You can leave it all connected if that's what you want to do, or if that's what your mom and dad tell you to do. Or you can cut them out and have little rectangle shapes, and you can mix them up and try to read the numbers and put them in order. Whichever way you and your family decide to do it, you can use this to help you if you forget what one of these number words are. Now remember, a lot of them, you can read them. You can read this one. You can probably read this one. I think you'll just remember these 2 by looking at them. Remember this one, if you just break up the words into this word into 2 parts, it'll help you sound it out, because both of these E's are gonna actually say their short sound. It's kind of like hot dog. This one I know you can read, and this one and this one. This one is that tricky one, but I think you'll remember what it is. What I'm very excited about is section 2. Now I just recorded a video about telling time to the half hour. And that is what happens when that minute hand is pointing to the 6. So if you haven't watched that video yet, it's gonna say time to the half hour. Ask your family to help you find that video and go watch that now. And after you watch that video, come back and let's do this paper together. If you've already watched that video, let's do this time. Now, if we look at this clock right here, the minute hand is pointing to, the hour hand, that short one that moves super slow, is pointing to the 3. So that's the first number I'm going to write. Then I will write the minute hand. This one's easy peasy, it's pointing to the 12. So we know 12 means o'clock. And o'clock is written with 2 zeros. So I would put 3, 0, 0. 3 o'clock. Let me get my marker and I will write that down for you so you can remember. I'm going to write a 3 in the first part, and then 0, 0 for o'clock. See how I wrote that? Awesome. Let's look at the next clock. This is why you need to watch that other video first. Because if you look, that hour hand is pointing in between 2 numbers. It's pointing in between the 3 and the 4, and that minute hand is not pointing at the 12. I know it's not o'clock because it's not pointing at the 12. It's pointing at the 6. It is halfway around the clock. Remember we talked about that in my last video? And if it's halfway around the clock and it's pointing at 6, it means 30 minutes have passed. Now, that's what's gonna go in this part, the 30, but let's start on the left and work to the right. Let's figure out this number first. If I'm looking at my clock, I have one huge clue. This number is red. It matches that minute hand. It is showing me that's the number I write first. Now, the reason I write 3 and I don't write 4 is because this hour hand hasn't gotten to the 4 yet. It won't get to the 4 for another halfway around the clock. So if it's 3:30, then it's in between 3 and 4. So 3:30 is, oh, Miss Derry wrote the 3 backwards. I can't believe it. Let me fix that. Just like when you guys make a mistake, I'm just gonna put a little X on it and I'm gonna write it the right way next to it. Look at that. See, no one's perfect. Only Jesus, only God is perfect. So 3:30. And the reason I wrote 30 is, if you remember my video I just sent you, 30 minutes have gone past since it was 3 o'clock. This is 3 o'clock. 30 minutes have gone past. So now it is 3:30, or I could write 3:30. Okay, let's do the next one together. With this one, look, the hour hand is pointing to the 4. It's gone that little tiny bit more than it was here. So I'm going to put 4. Minute hand is on the 12, so it is o'clock, which is a 0 and a 0. 4 o'clock. And let's look at the last one together. Well, it's in between the 4 and the 5. That means it already passed the 4, but it hasn't gotten to the 5 yet. So once again, I'm going to put a 4. And since it's 4:30, that means 30 minutes have passed. So it is 4:30. Did I write the 3? I wrote the 3 backwards again. Miss Derry shouldn't be trying to write upside down. I should be careful. I'm going to put a big old X on that. And I'm going to write a 30. I'm even going to write the whole thing corrected at the bottom. That way it doesn't confuse you. See how I did that right there? If you make a mistake, just put it under the box. That way it'll be nice and easy for Mrs. Derry to check this, because you're going to bring these back in a couple of weeks and I'm going to see how you did on these. This one should be super easy for you because we just did it together, even though Miss Derry confused you a little bit. I'm sorry. This will be easy peasy. Addition. Let's do these together. Ready? 2 plus 3 equals 5. 3 plus 3 equals, can you think of it? Can I show you a little clue? 2 plus 3 and 3 plus 3. And look, it was the next number. It's pretty interesting. Numbers are kind of cool like that. Let's do this one. 4 plus 2 equals, who can tell me? 6 again. So both of these numbers are in the 6 addition family. And if you'll look, I have another video with our addition families. 5 plus 1. Well, we know that little trick. Anytime we see plus 1, we know it's just the next number. And the next number after 5 is 6. 2 plus 2, easy peasy, that is 4. Oh, look, we have another one that's a plus 1. So what's the number that comes after 8? If it's 1 plus 8, that means it's the number that comes after 8. Who can tell me the number? That's right. It's 9. And 9 has a ball on top. Right here, we already have the number word, and we have to write the number. If you don't remember, go back and use this. Let's try to do it without it, though, okay? So can you see it? All right. O-N-E is... very good. Let's try to read this one. I see 2 vowels. 9. Oh, that's a 9. Now, this one's tricky. I'm going to tell you, you're not going to be able to do the vowels. F-O-U-R is 4. This one is easy. I'm going to mark the vowels. Short E because I only saw 1 vowel. 10. What's that word? It's 10. Now, this is the one I said is kind of like the word hot dog or mailbox. If I take and I pretend it's cut in half. I just read the two sections. 7, 7. You know it's 7. Let's look at the back. All right. We're going to be counting by 5s. And how do I know we're counting by 5s? Well, these are nickels. I'm going to put a big old 5 cents. Nickels are 5 cents. So if I'm counting a bunch of nickels, I'm counting by 5s. And on that same video where I talk about time to the half hour, I review counting by 5s. So if you need to go watch that part right now, go ahead and watch it. But if you don't need to, let's keep working. So let's see. It says match the nickels to what they buy. Okay, I have 3 nickels here. Let's count by 5s. Ready? 5, 10, 15. So 3 nickels is 15 cents. Let's see what costs 15 cents. It says that this orange is 10 cents. The apple is 20 cents. Oh, look, the banana is 15 cents. So I'm going to draw a line from the 15 cents, the 3 nickels, to the banana because it's the same amount of money. Let's do the next one, okay? If I'm counting by 5s, I start with 5, 10. So 2 nickels are 10 cents. What can I buy for 10 cents? Oh, I can buy an orange. Let's do the last one together. 5, 10, 15, 20. What can I buy with 20 cents? There's only one thing left. It's the apple, and look, it's 20 cents. I'm gonna draw that line. Right here, easy peasy addition. We're even doing left to right addition, but it's the same as up and down addition. I'm not gonna do this with you. I want you to do this by yourself. And then let's look down here at the bottom. Write the number that comes after. So if I'm counting my numbers and I see this number, I know it's in the 30 family because it begins with a 3. 37. Well, what would come after 37? I know that 8 comes after 7, so it would be 38. Let's look at this one. This is in the teen family because it has a 1 at the beginning and it has a 9 at the end. So let's think about what number that is. It's 19. And so what comes after 19? Let's go back a little bit. If I was counting my teen family and I said 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's right. 20. Let's make sure Miss Terry's not writing it upside down and wrong again. I got it right. All right, number 40. What comes after 40? 41. And then this one more time. It's in the teen family like this one. Got a 5 at the end. It's 15. What comes after 15? Well, we know that 6 comes after 5, so it would be 16. All right, here's some more clocks. We're going to work on this again. We know that the hour hand is pointing to the, it's halfway between the 1 and the 2. That means it hasn't touched 2 yet, so we have to put 1. And it's not at the 12. It's not 1 o'clock. It's 1:30. So it is 1:30. We always have to remember that if it's at the bottom, it's 30. Because remember, we count by 5s when we use the long hand. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I know that's a little bit confusing. We're just going to have to remember that every time we see that minute hand at the bottom. Let's look at this one. Now this time, it's pointing right at the 1 again, but it's at the top. And we know the top means o'clock. How do I write o'clock? A 0 and a 0. Good job, boys and girls. I'm very proud of your hard work on this paper. Now on this paper, it says, fill in the bubble under the letter that will make a word and draw a picture of the word you make. If I try an O there, it would say Vaughn. I don't think Vaughn is a word, so let's try A. Van. I think that's the right one. I'm going to mark van. Then you might say, Miss Derry, I don't know how to draw a van. Well, we know a van is usually a rectangle, so I'm going to make a rectangle. It has some wheels, and it has a window. There's my van. See? I know a lot of you will make a better van. Send me a picture of your van. You're going to finish the rest of this paper. On the back of it, it says, circle the pictures in each row that begin. Begin. I'm going to underline that so you remember that. With the same blend. Yesterday's packet, we were looking for letters that had the same vowel. Today, we're looking for words that have the same blend. Boat. That's a long O sound. Bone. Bus. Boat, bone, bus. Boat and bone have the same blend. It's a long O at the beginning. Then it says write the blend. So I'm going to write a B and an O. And look what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put that straight stick over the top of it. Cake, cup, cane. Soap, seat, seal. See if you can do those by yourself. You can pause this video if you want and finish this and then push play again to do the bottom if you want. Now right here it says mark the vowels and read the words. That's two things you're going to do. Number one, you're going to mark. Let's do that. The first one is done for us. Let's do this one. I see two vowels. I'm going to mark them and read the words. Jew, Jew, because that U is a long sound. It's going to say you. June. June. And June, it'll be summer, and you'll be getting ready for first grade. Let's go back and read the one that they did for us. A, because it's a long A. Gate. Gate. You are going to do the rest of them yourself. Very last, easy peasy. Trace. Write. Write. Read. That's number one. Trace. That's number two. Write. That is number three. And I want to see your very best handwriting, and then color these beautiful spring flowers. And you can make her clothes and her hat any color you want to. Let's go to the last one. Oh, this is fun. Read this little sentence. This is like a little story about the picture. So first, read, then trace, then write all by yourself. And then do the same with house 3 and 4, and then color the tree stump and the tent. Good work, boys and girls. I hope to see you soon. I love you.